Chapter 3. The Kingdom of Fools. Once there lived a king who was very intelligent. He looked down upon anyone he thought was dull. He was very proud about the fact that in his kingdom, there were no stupid people. Some distance away from the capital city lived an old teacher. He had taught the young prince, who was a sweet-natured boy once, but had turned into a proud, rude king. Many people told him about the king's boastful nature, and the teacher decided to teach his old pupil a lesson he would never forget. He called his three best and brightest students, Harish, Mahesh and Umesh, and said, "We need to bring that proud king down a peg or two. I want the three of you to teach him a lesson and make him realize the foolishness of his pride." Harish walked to the city market. There, he met a man selling bitter leaves. "How much for these leaves?" he asked. 10 rupees for 200 leaves, the shopkeeper replied. "Here are 10 rupees. Give me only 25 leaves. My servant will come and collect the balance 175 leaves." Harish now strolled into another shop where beautiful shawls were being sold. "How much for this?" he asked, touching the best shawl in the shop. 200 rupees, answered the shopkeeper. "Here are 25 rupees. You can collect the remaining 175. The shawl shop owner sent his servant with a note to the pawn shop to verify if indeed this was true. The other shopkeeper glanced at the note and said, "Yes, it's true. I have to give him 175 more. Come back in half an hour, I will count and keep them ready." Harish walked out with the shawl. After half an hour, when the servant went to collect the money, he found the shopkeeper counting out leaves. 173, 174, 175. "There you go, here are the rest of the leaves." Slowly, they realized that someone had made a fool of them. They rushed to complain to the king. The next day, Mahesh walked into the royal carpenter's shop. Mahesh was well-dressed, so the carpenter thought that he was rich. He picked up a large wooden lock and said, "See this? Will you believe that with this, you can even lock a man?" Mahesh pretended to be skeptical. "Go on now. How can a simple wooden lock do such a thing? I don't believe you." "But it's true, sir. I am the king's carpenter after all." Saying this, he put the lock around his neck and the nearest pillar, and turned the key. "Now, just turn the key the other way to set me free." Mahesh had fooled him. The king came to know of this other stranger who had duped his clever carpenter. He decided to go around the city in disguise to try and catch them. He found a man sitting there with a heap of mangoes. "Why are you selling your fruits here?" he asked. He answered in a whisper, "Sir, I have heard that there are some clever cheats roaming around the kingdom wanting to cheat us and our clever king. Have you seen him before?" "Yes, sir." "What does he look like?" "He is tall, hefty and very cruel." "Sir, the best way is to hide." The fruit seller held out a sack. "Hide in this, sir." The king agreed and hopped into the sack. Umesh tied it and walked away, laughing. The king soon realized that he had been tricked. Many hours later, when his soldiers came looking for him, set free, he knew that he and the people of his kingdom were not as clever as he loved to boast. The king's old teacher came to the court and explained how his three students had tricked everyone. Harish, Mahesh and Umesh apologized for their actions, and the king promised to rule his kingdom with wisdom and humility. The best way to boast about yourself to others is probably not to boast at all. Sudha Murthy.